What's going on, guys? Kieran here. Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, I make all sorts of videos here on my channel about business, entrepreneurship, and digital marketing. And today's topic, we're going to be discussing Facebook versus Google advertising. My audience here on YouTube is primarily agency owners, but this goes for any business owner. If you're doing drop shipping and e-commerce, or you have your own business, or even a brick and mortar business, or if you own a digital marketing agency and you're doing marketing for other businesses, this is all going to be applicable to you. So let's break it down on a very basic level. Why is Facebook and Google different? Why are their ad products different? Well, let's look at it. Number one, Facebook is a social media platform. People go on Facebook to connect with their friends. They go on Facebook to look at pictures of their grandchildren and funny videos of cats and memes and everything like that, right? So that's why people are on Facebook. So it's important to understand that dynamic when you're trying to run advertisements on one of these platforms. Now, Google, on the other hand, is for information, right? It's intent-based. People go on Google with an intention of finding out something, an answer to a question, information on a topic that they're interested in learning more about. And so, like I said, understanding these dynamics and understanding why these platforms exist and what they're primarily used for is important when you're trying to figure out which one to advertise on. Now, let's talk about the difference between Facebook and Google ads in terms of how you pay for them. So, Facebook is impression-based. That means you are paying a CPM rate. You're paying a certain amount of money for how many people see your ad. So you could pay a whole bunch of money. You could spend thousands of dollars on, an ad trying to get people to your landing page or whatever and trying to get link clicks, but at the end of the day, Facebook is gonna charge you for how many people that ad reached, and you might get 0 clicks. Now, obviously, that's unlikely. That's an extreme scenario. But all I'm trying to get across to you guys is that Facebook is impression-based, and you're paying based on how many people see the ad, not how many people take an action. Now, Google, on the other hand, is CPC-based, right? Cost per click. So when somebody clicks on your Google ad, that's when you get charged. You could show your ad inversely to Facebook. You could show your ad to thousands of people, but if nobody clicks on it, you're not gonna pay a single cent. Now, in terms of the ad products themselves, I'm talking about when you're in the back end of Facebook ads and you're in the back end of Google ads. In my opinion, I am both certified in Facebook and Google, and so I spend a lot of time in both of the back ends of these ad platforms. Facebook is a lot better, in my opinion, in terms of the targeting options. Lookalike audiences are super powerful, and all of the little micro-targeting, geo-targeting, all the stuff that you can do with Facebook ads, it's overall better. Now, on the other side, you have Google, where, obviously Google has a much bigger reach. There's many more users on Google and its products compared to Facebook and its products, but at the same time, Facebook does just have a better ad product. I just personally enjoy running ads on Facebook a lot more than Google. It's a lot less confusing, a lot less time consuming. So take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, that's just my opinion. However, I do believe that Facebook's ad product is much, much better. Now, let's talk about the actual ads that you're running on these platforms. So Facebook is very visual. Like I said in the beginning of this video, being a social media platform, Facebook is a very visual platform. So when you're running ads, the creative, the actual images and videos that you're using are very, very important. Whereas on Google, their primary ad product is Google search, right? So you're bidding on keywords, and it all comes down to the copy and the words that you type into your advertisement. Now, Google does have image-based and creative-based ad products. They have Google display retargeting, and they have YouTube, obviously, where it's video ads. So they do have that element of their business. But primarily, when Google first came out, and their biggest ad product to this day is Google search ads. So the next thing I want to talk about is the extra products that each of these companies have. So Facebook is a conglomerate. They own a bunch of other companies that they're able to run their ads on, right? And same with Google. So Facebook owns Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. So when you run a Facebook ad and you don't edit your placements, you just leave it on automatic placements, right? When you do that, you're actually running ads on Instagram and Messenger and sometimes WhatsApp without you even knowing it, right? And then same thing on Google. Google owns YouTube and also Google Shopping, which is becoming one of the biggest ad platforms for e-commerce. So if you're trying to run an e-commerce advertisement, you can use Google Ads just for shopping ads. You can use YouTube ads just for video ads. And so that's the really cool thing about these platforms is as they grow, as these companies grow bigger and they start to acquire more companies and more platforms, just like Facebook acquired Instagram and Google acquired YouTube, now all of a sudden you have much broader horizons for you to be able to run your advertisements on these platforms in different placements and on different platforms within that kind of universe within that company. So you might be asking, Kieran, all this information is great, but which one should I use? Which one should I put my budget into? Now, that is an interesting question. I'm going to answer it for you as best as I can. Number one, it depends on your type of business. If you are an intent-based business, for example, I work with some collision repair shops. You don't need to go to a collision repair shop unless you get in a car accident. And when you get in a car accident, I can assure you, if you guys have ever been in a car accident, you're probably not looking for collision centers on Instagram or Facebook. You're probably going on Google and looking for collision centers near you or recommended collision centers, right? So with that being said, that business might want to advertise on Google. Now, on the flip side, anything that is more of a want than a need and that is not as intent-based, a lot of impulsive purchases and products that are very impulse-driven, those are great products to advertise on Facebook and Google, right? So, let's say it's an e-commerce product like a hair straightener, for example. That would be a great product to advertise on Facebook and Instagram, okay? Now, my conclusion for which one you should use is both. You need to use both platforms to be omnipresent. Now, you can use 90% of your budget on one and 10% on the other, like the collision shop could be 90% Google and 10% Facebook, or vice versa for the hair straightener, right? Those are just two examples. But the reason that I say this is because if you're omnipresent, your customers are always going to see your retargeting and remarketing ads. So let's say you're running a Google ad and you get somebody to your website. All of a sudden, that person is gonna see your retargeting ads everywhere on Facebook and Instagram because you're running ads on all platforms. Or if somebody ends up on your website from your Facebook ad or your Instagram ad, then your Google display remarketing or your YouTube remarketing ads are going to hit them with the Google ads that you set up. So like I said, guys, it's very important for you to be omnipresent, use both of these massive platforms and all of their targeting options and all of their different display networks to be able to fully maximize your digital marketing budget for yourself, your business, or your clients. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. Please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.